What's up guys, this is Chris with AndroidPIT.com. We're here with the LG Watch Urbane LTE. Now it's the LTE version of the LG Watch Urbane, which we've already shown you today. But the LTE version obviously is based on a different platform. It's not Android Wear. This is actually LG's wearable platform, which is based on WebOS, which you may know from smart TVs. Now it's LTE enabled, of course. That means that it's also got LTE standalone capability. That means you can make and receive calls direct from this device. You don't actually need to pair it with a smartphone, although you can, of course. It also has other cool things like NFC payments and the potential for third-party apps potentially at a later date, as well as the possibility of iOS integration as well. It's technically possible. There may just be some issues with Apple giving access to LTE for all of the things they need to make it work properly with iPhones. Now, it's a 1.3-inch plastic OLED display, the same you'd see on the G Watch R, which I have on my arm right there. Internally, there's not much different from most other wearables, except it has more RAM. It has 1 gig of RAM. So on the side here, you can see we have three button setup on the side. The top button is basically a quick settings. So you can see we've got two screens here. So we've got some voice commands, we've got some location stuff, NFC, airplane mode, and so on. On our second screen, all the other quick settings you'd be used to. So obviously Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and so on, including sound. Now the middle button is a back button, but if you press it when the screen is on, it brings up a app switcher, which is fantastic. This is something sadly awkward in Android Wear, so it's great to see LG bringing a really cool app switcher to their own custom wearable platform. So you can see there's a whole bunch of LG apps on here. There may be some third-party apps opened up at a later date, as well as the possibility for some integration with iPhones if Apple gives LG permission to use all of the stuff in the back end that they need to make it work properly. Now, there's a whole bunch of fitness stuff on here as well. You can see on the back, we've got our pogo pins, no Qi wireless charging unfortunately, but we've got a heart rate sensor, barometer, and all the other stuff you'd be familiar with from wearables. This bad boy has a 700 milliamp hour battery though, which is pretty impressive. That apparently will get you up to 30 hours of battery life. Now, it's only announced for Korea, South Korea at the moment, with possible global rollout at a later date, but no information on that yet, as well as price. I have to tell you though, it is quite heavy. You can see it's quite chunky, and this band obviously doesn't look like it's removable, but you can really feel the weight in this. I'll just slide it on next to the G Watch R so you can see a size comparison. But it's pretty cool, completely standalone, so you can make and receive calls. You can pair it with a smartphone and get all your notifications just as you can with any other wearable, but it's also fully standalone and you can use it completely without a smartphone. So of course that means you also need a separate phone number for the LG Watch Urbane LTE. But keeping you informed on the LG Watch Urbane, other releases from LG and other devices at MWC, this is Chris from AndroidPIT.com. Subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more.